What is a cost function?
A cost function is how you evaluate the performance of the network. So you want to see the guess that the network has for an image and see whether it agrees with the right answer or not. And so the cost function essentially is seeing how often the network is correct versus not. And you want to minimize this error, so the difference between the correct answer and what the network guessed for the answer. And there are a number of different cost functions that might be used depending on the task that you have. So for instance, for a task such as a categorical task, we might use something called a cross entropy as a cost function. For a regression task, you might look at something called mean square error. The mean square, because it's a continuous output, you're trying to look at the difference between the predicted age, for instance, in the born age case, between the predicted age and the true age. So it really depends on the task as to what cost function might be appropriate for it.
So what are the different cost functions that I can pick between for this task of breast density classification?
So in this particular case, we have cross entropy available, which is a very common type of cost function for this task. You might also think about breast density as a kind of regression task in that you have 4 steps that are in an order. So you might be able to set this problem up as a regression task, in which case you might use something like mean squared error as a cost function. You can also look at mean absolute error, which is a difference between the predicted class and the actual class. So if you think of your 4 classes, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are your ordered set of classes that you're looking at.